Hey folks, well, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all. Happy 2015. I hope you had a great and wonderful time over the holidays. I did, so good. So today I am back in the shop. I've got a little project I want to start on, maybe finish it, hopefully finish it. Shouldn't be too much work to do, but you never know. Things go astray all the time when I'm working on projects, but let me show you what I'm going to be doing. I got these two clamps off of eBay. They're all solid metal, aluminum. So they're meant to grip onto a tube, and then any size tube that'll fit this, because it's quite adjustable. And you just crank it down. But it's got these two thread holes, and they're meant for mounting a camera or whatever to a tube, like a handlebar or what have you. But my plan is to use them both on the sled. Now, I like when I watch sledding videos on YouTube, you see the point of view of where they've got a camera mounted in the front and pointing back, and I want to do that as well. Not that I'm a great rider, but still think it's a neat point of view. So my thinking is take these two clamps. The reason I got two of them, so I'm going to mount one on each side, so they're kind of triangulated, and then I'll put a plate across them and mount them to these holes. And then on that plate, I'll just weld like a tripod out of rod, and on top of the tripod will be my GoPro pointing back. So now the reason I'm doing two instead of just one, for one, they've got this tube in the way. I could probably mount it like that, but I want to put two on so there's some triangulation, so that once these are tight, they won't bend, or sorry, they won't twist on the bumper because they're not in line, so they'll give some inherent strength to it. So that's the plan anyway. So I'm going to look through all my junk and my scrap metal and see what I can come up with, and we'll start fabricating, so hold tight. Well, and looking through all the junk in the old barn that's on our property that's still there from when we bought the place a few years back, I came across this. And this may simplify my plans because of the shape of this. It won't be tall enough, but I've got an idea that I can just mount each of these tabs to this, clamp it to the bumper. Sorry, it's out of picture here. My mistake. That's better. Take this frame off of this mirror. I think it's the same length. Put the clamps on, like so, and tweak it in such a way and mount it right onto the bumper. So let's see if I can get this bolt out. I already started, but she was tight. And we'll see if this is going to work out. So let me dismantle this, and we'll take over to the sled and take a looky look. Okay, now I know this is going to be too wide, but let's see if this plan is going to work. I could mount these on the side, I could mount them up here. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to modify these clamps as well. I'm going to take these parts off and cut it and put a nut or something on there. But let's just get a visual of whether this is going to work. No, obviously I'm going to have to. You know what? It's probably going to be better if I hit something that's going to want to push that. It's probably going to be better to keep it around this side. Like so. It has some rubber in it as well, which may or may not stay in it. Stay put. Just make it a little bit soggy to squishy to mount. See, I'm thinking something like that. Bring this in, and tweak this a little bit, and that'll get it up, and then I can always put an extension on like that. Hopefully I have some bolts that'll fit that. And then Bob's your uncle, she just might work. So I'm going to get tweaking, and we'll see if that bolts up or not. So wish me luck. Okay, so here you can kind of see my train of thought. Sorry if the furnace in the background is too noisy, but so this will bolt on like this. These bolts are too long. I'll have to make some new ones, and I think I'll gusset this as well because the hit that could bend real easy. So that's all tweaks I need to make. Now the plan is to just mount it on like that, but you can see they're not right. They need to be, I don't know if you can see in the video, but they need to be angled this way, so I just need to kind of twist each mounting point to get to the right angle, and then that'll just clamp on. And looks like my angles are a little bit out, but that just doesn't, just like this side's bent a little more than the other side, but I was just bending it by hand. This is kind of tough to get it perfect, but what do you expect for homebrew? And then once that's done, this will have a bar that comes up a little higher to get a little higher, and that'll be my camera mount. So I'll start tweaking this until I get her good, and then we'll see what we can do to extend it. It's going to be a quick one. A lot quicker than I expected, which is quite nice. So hang tight, and I'll show you maybe the final result, or maybe I'll show you once the bar is up and how I'm going to mount the camera on. So we'll see what I can figure out. Okay, I got them kind of bent, just eyeballing it, and looks like they're going to work out. They're pretty good. So I'll grab my clamps and my bolts and see if it comes anywhere near lining up. I'm going to loosely clamp or bolt these on. I'll put the clamp side down this time, I think. I'll have to strengthen these a bit, but I want to make sure my initial train of thought here is working. I'm going to leave those loose. See if I got the angles good or not. It looks not too bad. Tighten her up and see what it does. I think it might just work, folks. Sometimes my harebrained screens work. I don't know if I have it centered. And I've got to come over to the one side a little bit. Just a bit. And I think it'll also take a set once I use it a few times. But like so. I think I'm going to weld a nut, cut these off, weld a 9/16 nut, same once on there. Yeah, it's a little bit wobbly, but that's partly because of that rubber, partly because these aren't tight. Might work, it might not, who knows. There you go. There's the beginnings of a mount. It's got a little bit of a wow in it, but I think it's going to work out okay, so I think I'm going to town now. When I get back, I'll continue on the project and just take a look from the front. Yeah, she's a little bit off. I think I have to open up this side a bit and bend this side in a bit more, but she'll take some tweaking, and overall I think it'll do the job. So stay tuned. When I get back, I'll do some more work. Well, folks, I'm finally back in the shop, and I did a little bit of work, and this is what I've come up with. I think it's going to work okay. It's fairly tall. This rod's removable. It's a stainless steel rod I had from actual bore, and it just got thread on the top and bottom. Let me see, I got to get my wrench, and so I've got a jam nut. This is bolted. It's a nice long bolt. And it's got a thread on it, so I got it on there pretty tight. But you can just take this, and this is like a camera mount, and then I have this jam nutted here. take up the extra distance because the threads in the bottom aren't that deep. But I think it's going to work out okay. Get her aimed pretty good this way, get her tight, nice and tight. And now the only issue I can foresee, I don't have this thing cranked up full tight yet, but I'm a little worried it's going to be kind of wobbly, except when you're in, I guess, the smooth stuff. You can see it kind of moves, and it's actual clamps that are moving a bit. And I think they're giving because of the rubber. And I also probably don't have this as tight as it needs to be, like that, but tighten that down a little bit more. I think I'm going to have to figure out a brace. It's a little bit better, but you can see some flex. Clamps move a bit, so I was thinking of putting some sort of brace, comes down from here all the way to the bottom as well to this brace tube. I'm not sure. I've got an idea of how I can make it so it's not permanent, but I don't think I have the parts. The other thing I was thinking of was taking this rubber off of these clamps, because that actually allows some flex. I also have to maybe put a little bit of gusset, keep these from flexing as well, but I think the main thing is to brace a little bit more. But I mean, it's not turning, but it's I guess the whole bumper is even moving too. But I think it's going to get a lot of vibration in it. So we'll keep tweaking on it, but in the end, that's kind of the route I think I'm going to take. A little bit of modifications here and there to make it better, but I think it's going to work out okay. So I'll make sure once it's all set up and good to go and we get a bit more snow that I will take some footage of it and post it for you, and you guys can let me know what you think. Until then, take care and talk to you later.